Hello? Hey, what's up? Hey guys. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing dandy. Gamers. Happy Sundays all around. Did you guys have a good weekend? Was it a fun weekend for y'all? Because it was pretty good for me. I was a bit busier than I anticipated. I wanted to stream yesterday, but we got some maids to clean the house yesterday, and now the house is super nice. Oh my god. Hope 2321, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Lady Lise, thank you so much for 7 months. Something joke about 7, 8, 9. True. What the dog do? Thank you so much for 5 months. And Too Much Yike, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Yeah, thanks a lot. The Whisper 777, thank you so much for 6 months. And Megu, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Wait, who? Yeah, wait. There's one that... Oh, Hachioid, thank you so much for converting a Prime sub to a T1 sub. Yukina, thank you so much for gifting 20 subs. Holy crap. That got it. I need to start, like, pressing the children cheering button whenever a big gift sub happens. Holy crap, Lois. But Megu08, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Yeah. Guys, when Twitch says... the Rainias, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. When Twitch is like, guys, there's a hype train coming. Will you fight or will you perish like a dog? You don't have to play into it. You don't have to do anything, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Hachioid, thank you so much for gifting a sub. This is all just part of Twitch's, Max, thank you so much for gifting 15 subs. And Cloudbends, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Guys, what did I just say? You are not immune to propaganda, but you get a children cheering. Telegraph, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Yukina, thank you for gifting another 10 subs. Seriously, guys. You don't have to do this. Chill. Relax. Relax. Ease up, Turbo. Leafy, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Fine, I'll just cheer bits then. You're not helping. Ben, Cazuela o Porotos? Cazuela. Deco, thank you so much for 5 gifted subs! I'm only gonna do half a second of that. Max, thank you so much for 100 biddies. Sim0, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. UO Wi-Fi, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Okay, before I get too sidetracked, thanking you guys for being super wonderful and great and cool. The Discord server's basically done. I need to test out the verification system. But I will be DMing mods. This is only to the mods, nobody else. Like in my channel. If you could DM me on Twitch, so I can send you the link so you can test it out. I think it'll be good for, you know, human consumption. But this is only to the it's for oh, if you have me on Discord, then you can just message me on Discord. But if you don't, then do it through Twitch. Leafy, thank you again for the 100 biddies. Greeny, thank you much for 7 biddies. It's okay if you can't stay. You'll be with us in our hearts. The Rainius, thank you so much for gifting another sub. Tsumimi, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. Yeah, if you're either on Discord or fucking whatever, I'll send you the link. And then we can test it out, and if it's all working and it's all hunky-dory, then we can I'll post it on the channel description. I'm supposed to be grading for my class right now, but this is much more important. This dude's a teacher! I hope your students are doing well. This dude's in academia. Laugh at this user. No, I'm just kidding. Max, thank you so much for the 100 biddies, and good to know. Fish react him. Everyone, use the Joel emote. Or Joeler, if you are so inclined. But yeah, just give me one last second to get started. God, I love Joeler is such a good emote. I like the really fast animating emotes. That's why I have a couple of them as options in the better TTV. I just think those are so funny. They're very kinetic. Anyway, we're gonna keep playing Genshin. You know, you know the drill at this point. Maybe someday I'll go back to Little Nightmares 2 and finish it. Maybe. Who knows? Animo Leo, thank you so... excuse me, Animo Leo, thank you so much for gifting a sub. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of spinning fish on the stream now. It's great. I love it. Wait, hang on. I need to answer a text. All right. Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. Is this the new Fortnite season? You'll never guess what I was playing before I started streaming. It's not because they added Peter Griffin. I'm gonna say that right now. It's not because of Peter Griffin. It's because they're adding Solid Snake to Fortnite. And I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan, so. Why did they make Peter buff? Because, probably it's like a hitbox thing. Like I think him being rotund would affect the hitboxes too much. I don't know. Max, thank you so much for the single biddy. What if they added Genshin characters to Fortnite? It would be something. If Atlas makes a Shin Megami Tensei 4 remake, would you voice act for the game? If yes, who would you love voice acting? Homie, if you ask me any kind of question that starts with, would you want to voice act in this thing? 99% of the time, my answer is going to be yes, because I love voice acting. It doesn't matter where it is, I just love doing it. For a Dream franchise, absolutely, I'd love to voice act in it. Are you kidding me? As for who I'd want to voice, you know, it'd be cool to voice Flynn. It would be cool to be, Walter. But anybody would be acceptable. I need to voice in Fortnite. Thank you for the suggestion, chat member. Which SMT game is my favorite? That's a tough question. Probably the Digital Devil Saga duology. If those games got a remake, I would love to voice Gale. Or Surf. You know, I'm fine with that. Or Heat. Honestly, any of the dudes in that game are fantastic. I don't think I'm strong enough to voice Cielo, but... Ben, you would be a good voice actor for Kaveh, TBH. Give this chat user a true.
Kiska?
Sino's bare chest. Thank you so much for the 200 biddies. Also, we passed 28,000 followers on the channel, guys. We're like rocketing towards 30K, which is kind of insane. It's kind of cuckoo bananas. And like when I stream Genshin, we're averaging like numbers that terrify me. So thank you all so much for the support and for being very cool kids. Endearing. It's not insane. You're the best streamer, honestly. Stop it. So partner next. That's what I'm going for, Zerker. I've got the achievement tracker. I have to stream like 7 more days or something. So I'll see if I can get all those done before I have to leave for Chile again, because I'm going back to Chile for the holidays. Leafy, thank you so much for 100 biddies. No, you're awesome. No, you're awesome. Baymax, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. Yeah, it's like, you know, I see the things that you guys write on Twitter, and I've seen people saying like, oh my god, Ben's my comfort streamer, and it's like, wow. Wow. I did that? Me? Would you try to voice a character involving Scott Pilgrim? When I read the comics when they first came out, the very first graphic novel when it came out, I had so many friends that were like, you need to voice Scott Pilgrim because he's literally you. Later on, it got revealed that that would be kind of an insult because Scott's not a good person. But in terms of like temperament, I mean like just general vibes and fashion sense, yeah. I do, like, I basically had a jacket that looks exactly like Scott's when I was, a teen. No, not a teen, like 18, 19. Zixro, thank you so much for subscribing, welcome. Nico Hako Biankini, thank you so much for 3 months. And Waste from Chernobyl, thank you so much for the Prime sub. You're a long way from... The stream is coming out of America, so... That was so butchered. Listen, I tried. Yeah, to all the people that are, like, enjoying the stream and having fun, heart emoji. Would you like to be invite guest in an anime con and SEA? Oh, I'd fucking love to. Listen, guys, I'll go anywhere on the planet. If a con would invite me, and you know, and they're willing to pay for the plane, I'll go anywhere. So just let your cons know, and I'll go. Including Ohio. Let's not get carried away here. Let's not get it twisted. Ben, come to Brazil. I already went to Brazil. But, like, I know what you mean. In terms of, like, a anime con, yeah. South Texas Anime Fiesta? Yeah. If they invite me, if they pay for my plane ticket, I'll go. It's super simple. England, I'd love to go back to England. Have I ever been to Malta? My parents have, but I haven't. It is vampire rules. That's how it works for basically every voice actor. What part of Genshin am I on? I'm on the Sumeru, excuse me, Archon quest. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't invite me to the same con as they did Nazi, but we have different con agents, so yeah. Have I ever been to Argentina? Yeah, I'm a quarter Argentinian. I spent a lot of time in Mendoza. Are you coming to Dokomi this year? If I haven't announced a con, assume that I'm not going to it. Like, that's the rule. If I haven't announced it, I'm not going to it. Have I ever been to Chile? No. Anyway, it's game time. It's gamer time. Come forth, Genshin. There you go. Gamers. There we go. Starting off strong. So previously on Some Dude Goes to the Desert, we talked to a bunch of people. We watched two home dogs fight. How far into... I think I already asked you guys this question. How far into this act of the quest are we? %? Are you serious? It's a long one. Yeah, the pacing is kind of all over the place for these acts. Or chapters, excuse me.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Her stamina is also something else.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Main in action.
I'll be sure to
Whoops.
put on a good show.
I didn't mean to do that.
Let's go.
I was clicking something else. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay.
Gotcha.
Scanning.
Wait, I oh right, they're Electro. I was like, how'd that happen?
Let me leave you a bird.
Taking a turn for the better.
Things are about to get dicey.
Feast your eyes.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Well, that was easy.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Latham's Luck Patrol, thank you so much for the 100 biddies.
No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
Okay.
I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Ratgirl, thank you so much for gifting a sub.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common. but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent.
Wait, do you know you're not the only Genshin character with Feast Your Eyes as a line? Who else has that? Who else is the Eye Feaster?
Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of...
Does somebody else have Feast Your Eyes as a line? Oh, Star Rail. Okay, gotcha. That doesn't count, chat member. It's a different world. It's a different reality.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
They did say Hoyo character. Oh, my mistake.
Connected to Irminsul.
I'm stupid if you haven't noticed.
These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the academia.
Huh.
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
This is a load of... Sino really said this is a load of barnacles. Hypatia was nearly exiled to the desert.
That's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will. But if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
That first ook had really good placement.
Identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound.
Someone asked if I'm planning on finishing the AQ.
Really
I'm at least gonna finish Sumeru's one.
You seem like you really don't trust him.
This is odd. That's why this is a great opportunity to watch Yu, available now on twitch.com.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
You're welcome, Yu.
To share what we know so
Twitchgamer.com. Alright. You know what I was thinking about Genshin, and there is one thing that does kind of bug me about the AQ. I really wish it had more domains that you were forced to go into, if that makes any sense. I want to do more dungeons, because it feels like the combat in the AQ is like you were accosted by banditos. And there's like 5 guys, and then you kill them, and then it's like 5 hours of story, and then you kill 4 more guys, and then it's another 5 hours of story. Like, I really wish there was more combat. I think FF14 kind of hit the sweet spot, where it had like sporadic little ambushes, but then full-on dungeon runs. So, yeah, that's just something I observed. It's like 90% story to 10% actual, like, hands-on gameplay. And I'm enjoying the story.
I sent myself into exile. I'm still doing essentially the same things as before.
I am enjoying the story. Like, don't get me wrong, but I want more of a reason to build a character, you know? Like, I want the game to force me to actually, like, play my characters more.
Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that.
Fontaine has more dungeons than Sumeru? Good. That's good. It's really unusual hearing Sino be this serious when I'm used to him being a silly man.
Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety.
True.
Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night.
He saw his, like, aura.
Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt.
Yeah, he hasn't made a single joke this entire time.
After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
Rat Girl, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Hey, I have a joke for you. When do astronauts eat? At launch time. Get it? As in lunchtime. Thank you.
Green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
I don't know what the fuck is going on, Paimon.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Yeah, we're smart. You're dumb.
So, what do you make of the story?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
How should Paimon put it? Ooh.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Lafina, thank you so much for raiding. Welcome, everybody.
How can this be?
How can this be?
To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills
Has
to
been
good
amongst
use in
us?
this investigation.
Has been among game where you kill other people? Goose Goose Duck?
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
I can tell you, thank you so much for 100 biddies. No, child.
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
There is actually a... Wait, hang on. Let me double check what the name of the game is. I'm pretty sure it's Goose Goose Duck. It is, yeah. Goose Goose Duck is like a enhanced version of Among Us.
My name is Isach. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
Yeah, all the VTubers play it. I don't, because I'm not a VTuber, but I know of it.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Angel, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you, thank you. Not a VTuber yet. It's funny because I'm already being asked, like, so do you have an avatar? Like a VTuber avatar? I'm like, no, I don't.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
So you hate VTubers. Yeah, I'm a BenTuber. Tell you what, if I do hit partner, I'll consider it. I'll start looking into it. How about that?
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hazen wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Someone said your avatar could be Kaveh. Homie, hate to be the one to tell you this, but copyright law is a thing, and I don't own the characters that I voice, unfortunately. I'm just an actor. I give the character the little voice so he can say his little words. That doesn't mean I own him.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Is Kerme fair use? God, I wish it were the case, but that is 2 different characters that I don't own combined into one. So probably not. That's double the copyright. I don't know. I don't want like an existing thing as my VTuber. I want like a unique thing. Because I think it'd be cool to have a little guy that I can just, like, have as my own little guy. Something with frills? You know what I want more of? I want, like, armor with, like, frilly dresses. Like, I think that there should be more warriors that dress like Saber from Fate. Like, specifically Artoria. Or Noelle, too, yeah.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
So, a baby girl? No. I mean, do people consider frilly armored knights baby girls? I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't Is Artoria baby girl?
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isach?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
We're not talking about Kaveh. We're talking about Artoria. And people with frilly armor. Why are you guys bringing up Kaveh? Kaveh doesn't have to be everything, guys. Chill. Don't look at the title of the stream.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back.
Ben, are you a Fate fan? Yes.
Isach's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather.
It's the reason why me being Saber in Fate Strange Fake is like at the top of my credits, because it's the thing I'm most excited for.
Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isach was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
So you hate Kaveh. Oh boy. I don't know who Artoria is, but he looks like a baby girl. That's a... It's a she. It's a she. She's a woman.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived.
But you're right, she is baby girl, but...
Isach thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isach referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him.
Artoria can be a man if she wants to. True. Am I gonna wish for Sino? You guys already forced me into wishing for Sino. We have him.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isach hiding in the distance.
Gender is overrated. Give this man a true.
So Grandpa walked up to Isach and patted him on the head. He even took Isach to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isach until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isach woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking.
His own funny little world.
Isach was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
Stories about the star. Man, I love Shara's voice so much.
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
That line just now reminded me of that one clip from... I don't remember what anime it is, but there's somebody that's asking, like, Are you fighting? And the other dude's like, I'm still fighting. I'm fighting right now. You guys have seen that, right? Ichigo, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. That sounds like a Metal Gear Solid boss code name. Who are you? Snake. My name is Lucid Grandpa. Lucid Grandpa? What did you do with the president? I know what I did with the president because I'm lucid. I know exactly what I'm doing, Snake, and I will kill you. That's what I will do because I'm so lucid. Oh, I'm having a heart attack because I'm old. Ugh! Damn. He really was Lucid Grandpa.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isach keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
I'm practicing my bits. Like, was that a good bit? How would you rate that bit from on a scale of 1 to 5?
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isach's behalf, Sino.
5 being, that was terrible. And 1 being, I'm going to explode. I tricked you.
Hey, Isach!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound. Yeah! Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
You said, Sino sounded so exhausted. He's like, alright. Let's go ask the local residents some questions. I'm turning into Kiefer Sutherland. Chat, you told me that this chapter, I was halfway through this act. And we just finished it. Oh, chat, you are telling lies. You are tricky. You're very tricky. They all blend together. Here come the excuses. Here come the excuses. Do I have... How do I want to, like, get the gems for...
Hey, what's up?
Why can I not... Why can I not get the wish? Oh, I have to do the chasm first? Ew. That's gross. I don't want to have to stream the chasm. I'll just keep doing this.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh,
let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the chasm is pretty okay. I'm being difficult. I enjoyed what I have done of the chasm. I think it's pretty cool. But before we do the chasm, we have to talk to the chasm, who's talking about how old people are eating mushrooms and roots.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
He's just like, is there anything else you can tell us? Nope. Bye. Okay. You get a true from me, NPC.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
You looked like you could kill me. That's not important.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isach. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
What a weird thing to say.
Gotcha. Thank you.
He was doing something with his hands. If I went insane, I wouldn't be able to do something with my hands? What? What are they trying to say? A legitimate... like, I feel like I'm missing a part of the script here. Jabari, surely you can
have you seen my
elucidate.
grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
He was doing Naruto, yeah, exactly. He was doing some jutsus.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isach. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. I can't explain why she's always mad at me.
His wife, huh? Funny joke. Wife.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Ben hates poor people confirmed? What the fuck are you talking about, chat member?
I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family.
How did you extrapolate?
Anytime.
Usually when we do the so you hate whatever, there's like something that you can leap off of.
Wow, what a nice guy.
But that one, I don't know where that came from.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Huh? What's wrong, Sino? What happened? Did little Timmy fall down the well?
Don't say anything for now.
Oh. Okay.
Isach, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Okay. I'll try not to make any sound. Guys, we have to be quiet. Sino told us to.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Hey, what's up?
I don't know, Sino. It just sounds like a lot of gorilla noises. Also, Sykes Cass, thank you, fucking congratulations on getting your architect license. I'm sure that one character from that game would be very proud of you.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
That's right, Dory.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret.
There's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret.
Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
This is all well and good, Shar Khan, but where's your source?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
How will they get what's coming to them? Is King Deshret building an army of insane scholars? Is that what he's implying? Or will all the scholars eventually go crazy and then be sacrificed? Is that the plan?
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Just kidding. The plan is that nothing's gonna happen because you're under arrest, buddy.
Huh? Who are you? Where did you come from?
Thank you, Sino's Bear Chest, for the 3 biddies. Good timing on that one.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh shit, he's morbing.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Bro! Dude! Bro! Bro, we're gonna... Bro, oh shit, bro, it's the cops, bro! Oh, fuck, dude.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Brosif, Brosiah, Brosidon, god of the Broshan.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Bro Biden. That's a good one.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
I'm not making this up. This is real. I'm not making this up.
Go on. Keep talking.
Someone said, just, bro, Deshret. And I don't know why that's so funny to me. Dude! Deshret, dude!
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
I just, oh, the lights just came on in-game. I'm picturing a bunch of the, just like the NPCs doing, like a thumbnail for a, is King Deshret alive? You know, hashtag real, hashtag true. And it's got one of these NPCs doing like the YouTube reaction video, like, O face. Alhatham's left pictorial. Thank you so much for 50 biddies. Not clickbait. Real. In parentheses, real. In parentheses, true. In parentheses, I didn't dream this.
Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said.
At first, I thought I was just drunk because I was drinking, but then I was like, dude, what if King Deshret real?
Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
If your sudden spiritual awakening regarding King Deshret happened because you got really fucking drunk, my brother in Archon, that was not the spirit of King Deshret. You were just getting fucking sloshed.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Yeah, maybe they just hate education.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
Just these two dudes, these two dude bros. Jeez.
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
The radicals?
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
You better behave yourself.
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
And I will kill you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Was that one of Sino's iconic lines? Because I see a few of you saying he said the line. Was that his catchphrase? Do anything and I'll fucking kill you. I was joking when last stream when I said that Kaveh's catchphrase was "I'm going to kill you," but I guess that's actually Sino's catchphrase.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Now you need a new one? Dang, you're right.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
The rumor come out. Does King Deshret is true? We'll break into some houses.
Very well.
Isach!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
This kid is raring to go.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Nah, I'm good. Oh, I guess we will do this. Okay. There's nothing I hate more than having an NPC that you have to follow.
Oh, he likes to be alone.
But
sometimes he stares
I
at the
move
sky
faster than
for
he
days,
does.
and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out.
So I have to stop every now and again.
So a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Do you hate children? Yamero.
This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Sino, did you catch a faint whiff of... Grandpa, is that a weed?
No.
Oh, okay.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
Okay.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day.
Gamers.
And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
I wish I had a crowd going woo like button.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
Woo!
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Now that you concentrate?
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
Does thinking about Tainari enhance Sino's senses?
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's split up and look for clues. Look for clues nearby. Oh, I'm forced into walking. Oh, there's footsteps here. Whose footprints are these? I've been quoting a lot of Metal Gear this stream. Who's my favorite Scooby-Doo character? It's Shaggy.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Ben, you'd make a great Otacon. That actually means a lot, thank you. Snake, have you ever heard of anime? Anime? What is that? It's this cool thing. It's great. Snake, have you seen Attack on Titan? No, I don't know what that is.
Here it is.
It's this show about people, and they fight these really big creatures. It's a fantastic show, Snake. You'd love it.
Take a look right here.
Also, bye, Finn. Thanks for stopping by.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
Snake, have you watched One Piece?
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in that direction.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
Your grandpa's a loser.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away?
So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
It's like that gag of like somebody putting a pie out to the windowsill, but it was just a blunt. Like Grandpa rose up in the air like a fucking Looney Tunes character. Like, oh, I smell that wacky tobacco.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
Oh yeah, it really does open up your mind. Oh.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars
Does the rumor is true?
with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isach. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Ben, my dogs are fighting playfully. What do I do? Look up Skyrim battle music, and then play that at full volume as they settle their differences. And you should randomly say, never should have come here. Ha! Ooh! Hurrah! By the nine divines! Assault! Assault!
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Max, thank you so much for 100 biddies. Ben, do you like Taylor Swift? I don't listen. I don't think I've ever actively listened to a Taylor Swift song in my life. By me saying this, I'm pretty sure like several of you are preparing to kill me. 3 of you in a row said so you hate Taylor Swift. Listen, I have I have no qualm with Tay-Tay, okay? I have no quarrel with the Swifties. I probably have listened to Taylor Swift, but like I didn't realize it was Taylor Swift. Like if you play one of her songs at me and then I listen to it and then you tell me, Ben, this is Taylor Swift, I'll be like, oh, okay. Then yes, I've listened to this. But I can't really recall any of her songs at the top of my head right now.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
Are they talking about fashion?
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
They're not escaping the allegations.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Haytham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall.
Blake, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you, thank you.
Scholars are fond of
Am I
it,
drinking
but
beer?
as you
No,
can
I'm
see,
drinking
there aren't many
water.
Scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here.
I don't, I'm a social drinker. I only drink if other people in my vicinity are drinking, and even then I would rather just drink lightly.
Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort.
So you hate alcohol. Yeah. I mean, I don't really like beer all that much. I think it just doesn't taste good. It's a bit too bitter for my taste. That's the same deal with all alcohol. Like the drinks that I prefer are like hard ciders because it just tastes like apple juice.
It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
You would like white wines? Look, my parents, they're huge wine drinkers, and they've tried to, like, tell me, like, oh, you should try this wine. It's the sweetest wine there is. And I would drink it, and it would just taste like wine. All wine tastes the same. I went to a wine tasting tour, and it was all the same. It was all the same. I didn't get it.
What should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
Like, they were like, oh, this has got some floral notes, and it's got like a heavy fruity taste at the top with a very soft aftertaste. And I'm like, this shit is just wine. This tastes like wine. I don't know. I don't taste any fruit. It's just wine. So you hate wine? I guess I do. I guess I do. I know my parents were disappointed, but like, yeah.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
I do enjoy cocktails. Like, Moscow Mules are good. Long Island iced teas are good. Rum and Coke is always good.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
The fact that you guys are like, cock! is really entertaining for me.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
What? Look at these epitaphs, epithets, titles these guys have. The scar-riddled bandit, the wide-eyed butcher, and then the duck-tailed bearded crook. I feel like I've heard these names. These are Metal Gear boss names.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life.
The loathsome dung eater.
The way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
The hash-slinging slasher. The despicable doo-doo devourer. I love that video so much. The loathsome dung eater one.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia!
But Dia, I... What? Dia's winking at me.
You saved me. Why?
Monkey.
Maybe I should become monkey.
Good timing. Slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Chat, you've been getting better and better with timing these things. Akitoyas, thank you so much for 1,000 biddies. Thank you.
Why?
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
Ben, why do you have such great vocabulary? Did you perchance take the IB or something? I think I mentioned it in a previous stream that I did study for the IB, but I couldn't really finish it because I caught whooping cough, and I was sick for like 3 weeks, and that caused me to fail a semester. So then, like, my parents damage controlled, and we just moved back to Chile. But I read a lot of books growing up.
Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
What do you mean skill issue? What do you mean by skill issue? It's like I'm in bed, like, coughing out a lung, and then a chat member shows up like, skill issue over here. Why are you so bad at having an immune system? Yeah, IB stands for International Baccalaureate. Or Baccalaureate, however you want to say it.
I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
IB is basically like a high school degree times 1,000. It's like a super high school degree. I didn't say high school. School. It's not a college degree. It's just like, it's a universally recognized degree that basically lets you get into pretty much any university around the world, honestly.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Ribat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Yeah, like I think having an IB just lets you get into pretty much anywhere. In US colleges, it also gets you about 1 year of college credit. I did not know that. That's pretty good.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, IB is accepted pretty much anywhere in I think Europe in particular. When did you take the IB? I studied it in Australia. I did a whole year before whooping cough happened. Or whooping cough. I call it whooping cough because that's just how the Australians called it. Did that guy just disappear right in front of our eyes? He was like talking and then he just vanished. Yeah, it's before uni, Deco. Where haven't I been? Japan. And Singapore. And India. And Philippines is another one. And Indonesia. And New Zealand. Wisconsin. Wisconsin is not a country.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Ben, have you been to Seattle? Seattle isn't a country, but no, I haven't been to Seattle.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist?
How often do you try to stream?
Unreal.
As often as I am able. I don't have a set schedule yet, but I'm aiming for two times a week at least. How many languages can I speak? English and Spanish fluently. And I can kind of understand German and Italian. If you talk German at me, I can get a general idea of what you're saying. Catalan, I feel like it's close enough. Du sprichst Deutsch? Ja, ein bisschen. Wie geht es dir? Geht's gut. Danke. Did you know that I used to be fluent in German? When I lived in Austria. I lived in Vienna for like 3 years, and I used to speak so much German. I played through Pokemon Blue in German. I remember like Pidgey was called like Taubsi or something like that. I still remember so much of that, but I used to be fluent, but then like I kept someone just said das Pupen farten. Behave. Yeah, I used to speak it a lot, and then I just never did. And little by little I kind of forgot how to speak it, but I still can understand a fair amount of it. I feel like if I tried to learn it again, I could probably pick it back up. Like, my mom was doing German classes when I was visiting her, and, like, they played an audio recording of somebody, like, introducing themselves and talking about their family, and, like, I understood everything. I was like, wait, I still remember a lot of this. Sehr unterhaltsam. I don't know what that word specifically is. But yeah, entertaining? Okay. What does, das ist Unsinn? Does that mean that's, unbelievable, or like, that's an exclamation, right? That's nonsense? Oh, okay. What language do you dream in? Dang. Getting really heavy with the questions here, chat.
I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid.
What is the language of your dreams?
Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
I dream in colors never before seen by humans.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Describing to you the language of my dreams would be like discussing jazz with a deaf person. It would be impossible for you to comprehend. I'm just fucking kidding. It's just English.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim.
I grew up with a lot of I had a lot of people that could speak Tagalog growing up. So I kind of know what it sounds like, but I don't really understand any of it.
We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
I see Danny DeVito in the tags. Where is my DeVito content? Look, I'm the trash man. I come in and I throw trash all over the ring. And then I start eating garbage.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Tear down. Tatakai. Tatakai. Tatakai.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
I haven't even, like, watched all of Attack on Titan, but, like, I do remember that scene.
Yep, we gotta catch those.
What a... I like the interruption. Who the fuck... Why? We gotta catch those 600 Genesis crystals.
Shh. Caravan Ribat is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
Guys, I already got Sino. You don't have to give me more...
Our mission started the
more
moment we
Crystallinos. Snow Leopard, thank you so much for the Prime sub.
Let's go
It's
check
for
out the
Kaveh
cabin.
rerun?
Maybe we'll
Okay.
find someone I know.
I'll accept that. Get Sino's weapon? No. Get Ayato? I know, I'll tell you what I'll get. I'll get some soup. 'Cause it's soup time. I don't need Ayato.
My latest design's getting there, but there's still room for improvement. Better make my finishing touches before the deadline creeps up.
So true, me. So true. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
Just our luck.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
I see man sitting by himself at this table. Look at this fucking loser.
Dia, is that you?
Oh shit, he heard us.
What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Zaki?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
Ben, can you fight? I'm always fighting. I'm fighting right now.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
So you hate peace?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Ribat are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Ben, we know your OFA user's name and the third user's name. I knew about my OFA username. I didn't know they revealed Naziz's guy's name. Fun. Don't post it just in case of spoilerinos. But I need to catch up on. I need to read the latest to My Hero. OFA OnlyFans? No. It's one for all from My Hero Academia. Don't get it twisted. By the way, did you record some new content for Kaveh? Chat member, you might as well be asking me to be like, hey, can you break NDA real quick? No. Wait, Nazi, you're in here? My OFA username better be a fucking joke. I forgot to change my username. Wait, did you find out who it is? Did they tell you your character's name, Nazi?
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
I saw shit spreading on Twitter. I should probably check too. Super Two Goods 15. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Yeah, Nazi's here, guys. But don't bother him. You know what? Now you got me curious. I want to. Could you like DM? Could you message me on Facebook what his name is? I would look up what it is, but I'm really lazy. Are you serious? I don't believe you. That's really funny. Oh, and I forgot to answer you before. I'm at a 5 on the Uncle Phil face image that you sent me. Anyway, please catch up with My Hero Academia. Thank you. Also, guys, H Bomber Guy released a new video essay. It's really good. Go watch it. Wow, I love Tommy Tallarico. I can see why he went from the Tommy video to talking about plagiarism. Yeah, it's if you guys don't know who H Bomber Guy is, look up Roblox Oof. And I think let me actually test that myself. Roblox Oof. Yeah, look up Roblox Oof and watch the video that first comes up with 8.8 million views by H Bomber Guy. It is a trip and a half of a video. Very entertaining, highly recommend it. I don't think it's AVGN that stole shit. It's the company that bought Cinemassacre that stole shit. Like, James Rolfe is a wonderful human being. He just got bought out by shitty human beings.
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
You swindled me! How does it feel listening to your own voice while climbing? All I think about is the exact, like, direction that they gave me, where it's like I had to have a, like a hup and then a... and, like, that's all I really think about. Oh no! Oh no! It's an ambush.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there.
No, not the boys. Anything but the boys.
Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
Everything he says, I just hear the, like, in my head every time.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Oh, it's these guys too.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
You're not cool enough to join our cool kids club.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Enough talk! Have at you! Oh,
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Yeah!
Following order. New punching. Mind the side effect.
Quiet now. Come at me.
Wow, you guys are sure putting up a fight.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
Okay, I'm sorry, like, so the way they planned this was that Dia was like, I'm a mercenary, but I'm bad at my job. And then this jabroni went up to them and was like, hey guys, we can totally take them. Dia just said that she's bad at her job. Like, bro, she has abs. Look how she's dressed. She has a huge sword. she has a vision. Like, she has the meat. You're not gonna win this fight. Even if I wasn't here, she probably would have killed all of you.
Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all that. So-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others.
You can't dress like Dia does, and think, oh yeah, she's a fraud. Like, no, bro, no.
That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
It's kind of silly.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Pathetic. It's like that image of Seymour Skinner looking down saying pathetic.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
They chart games! Thank you so much for the raid. I'm hoping I said that correctly. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, raiders. Hi. Descartes, is that how you say it? I'm sorry. I'm not good at speaking, if you haven't guessed already. But hi. Welcome, everybody. I'm Ben Balmaceda. I'm the voice of, that architect guy from this game that we're playing. Hard C, gotcha. Descartes games. Welcome. Welcome, raiders. I'm doing the Sumeru Archon quests, because apparently the guy that I voice is at the end of the story. Oh my god, you're Kaveh? Unfortunately. But welcome. Oh, thought we'd rate over to share some love. Oh. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So you hate Kaveh? Stop it, guys. Stop it. Quick, do a Kaveh.
Hello. It's me, Kaveh. I really don't like my my roommate. He's not really friendly to me. And he doesn't really clean up his room all that much.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. See, you get me, Kale.
Angel of Midnight, thank you so much for the 100 biddies.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
Is Genshin worth it as a Zelda player? I mean, it's a great game. This is one of the most feature Superman 2 Goods, thank you so much for the rating. This is one of the most feature complete free to play games I've ever experienced in my life. There is so much content in this game for free that it's mind baffling. Remory, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. If you like Breath of the Wild, then this game will probably have a lot of stuff that you might enjoy. So you hate Honkai. No joke. I watched Alejandro, Sayu's stream of ZZZ, and that game looks really sick. It looks really, really cool. It's so I heard that game's a lot like Honkai, like the older Honkais. But He got banned? Hold up. Are you guys bamboozling me? How did he get banned? Was it because he wasn't supposed to stream the game? You can't log into multiple devices. Oh, oh no. I thought that was just a bit that he was doing that he tweeted about. I didn't think he actually got banned. I hope they like rescind that ban when the full version comes out, because that would really suck. Holy shit. Jeez. Yeah, okay, it's just for the beta, yeah. That's funny. That's really funny.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
The more we talk about these guys, the more cringe they are.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
Oh, Saturday, that would be so fucking funny. If he ends up booking a character and then he can't play the game because he's banned. That would be incredibly funny.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
Has that ever happened before? Like, there has to be somebody that's like voicing a character in a game they got banned in. That just means you need to get a character first. I'll do my best. Who is duck-tailed bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isach and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Dia was just, playing 4D chess this whole time. Please voice that Ben Bear guy. I think he already has a voice, so... Whoops.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
Hachioid out here saying, what a genius idea. Good. Very good joke.
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I think you're so much nicer than you let on, Dia.
What makes you so sure?
Because... what just happened?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Ash and Trash, thank you so much for the Prime sub.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude.
Would you play HSR, Ben, if I voice in it? Yes. It's not because I'm like oh, I'll only play games that I'm voicing in or else they're not worth my time. HSR's aesthetics and gameplay are right up my alley. They are firing on all cylinders for me. I love sci-fi, I love space, and I love turn-based RPGs. That game is very enticing. But I want to grow as an actor, and I think the best way to do that is to offer myself rewards for doing a good job. So, if I do the good job of booking a character in HSR, I will reward myself by playing it. I did the same thing with Genshin, and like that's why we're playing it now. Because I made that same promise to myself with Genshin, and then I booked Kaveh, and now we're playing it.
Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
So you think you did a good job? Let's not get carried away here, chat. Let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying that if... I just set a condition for myself that I would book a character, and then it happened, so here we are. Whether or not I did a good job, that's for you to decide. But please don't like knock on Hoyo's door and be like, you should put Ben into Star Rail. Like, I don't want that. I want to be able to book the characters that I play on my own merits and my own power. So, pray secretly.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
How do I get to voice a character in a MiHoYo game? Finding more auditions is so hard. Get an agent. Get an agent. That's all I'll say. Go get an agent. Find an agent that works with a lot of the easiest way you can figure this stuff out. Look up actors that are in these games and see who they're represented by, because you're gonna figure out some patterns then, and you'll realize, oh, a lot of people are actually represented by these agencies. Sakura Crumb, thank you so much for the 10 biddies. I'm glad I could help with your insomnia. So you're saying I'm putting you to sleep, is that it?
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Are you trying out for a character in Honkai? I can't tell you that. I'd rather not break any NDAs. If I were doing that, is what I meant to say. But, like, generally we're not allowed to say, like, if we're auditioning for things.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Plot twist, Ben voices DR Ratio? I don't know what that is. Is it Dr. Ratio? Is there a character called Dr. Ratio? Is a new HSR. He's the HSR Al-Haytham. Dr. L plus ratio plus your equation is wrong. It was announced already? Okay. I don't play the game. I don't really follow the news, so I'm trusting that you guys are talking about things you're allowed to talk about.
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
He's been revealed officially? Okay, then.
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
These dumbos. These idiots. I have seen a lot of the animations in HSR, and they are very cool. Like, the whole thing is is the presentation of that game is very, very cool. I kind of want to leave it here for today. I think we've advanced a fair amount. Yeah, don't post leaks or anything, guys. I want this to be a friendly chat environment for people that don't want to know about the leaks. Who to rate? Yeah, you know what? Let's stop it here. We're about to meet Alhaitham. We're always about to meet Alhaitham, dude. We got some of him earlier this stream. We got our Alhaitham fix. So we don't need Alhaitham. Okay? Alhaitham is in your heart. Anyway, we'll start doing the outro stuff. I got like 400 primos. We need to find some time to beat Little Nightmares 2 before we all collectively forget that I was playing that game on stream. And then I'll invite my few people to my Discord, and we'll see if it's working well. Yeah, I didn't finish it yet. Thank you for that. Let me just put on some music while we figure out who to raid. But yeah, super. I'm really enjoying the Sumeru story. I think it's super fun. Thanks again to all the people that raided, to all the subscribers and followers. You guys are just so great. We're gonna raid. Bum ba da bum bum bum. You're having a lot of viewers. Nervous? Is that why you're leaving? No, I'm leaving because I've got other stuff that I need to do today. And I wanted to just do a 2-hour stream, which is what we just hit like a minute ago. So I'll be back at some point this upcoming week. We're gonna stream some more. I'll keep trying to do 2 streams a week. And if we keep doing that, I think we're gonna be able to hit the partner specs. And then we'll be partner, and then I'll play Five Nights at Freddy's for you or something, and then maybe we'll talk about getting a VTuber. I don't know. We'll see. Surprisingly, Zerker, I haven't exceeded partner stats yet. I'm at like 6 days streamed out of 12, so we're halfway there. But we're gonna get there eventually. I think for the final stream before partner, I'm gonna like maybe do like a special. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But the stream is growing, gamers. It's getting stronger. Yeah, viewer count has gotten blown out of the fucking water. You guys are wild. God, I wish I could like do a multi-raid. That I could, like, split you guys into squadrons and then, like, raid multiple people. But I think that would be too chaotic. So instead, we're gonna raid my good friend, Mega Moeka. Moeka's a good friend. She's a VTuber. She's playing some League of Legends. Raid message, it's the usual. Ook. Ben Raid. Ook. Let me just fucking... Yeah, it's... Zerker posted it. We gotta have a... Yeah, we do need to have the... Yeah, I'll add that. Anyway. Thanks again, everybody, for coming by. I'll tweet out when the next stream's happening. Oh, right. I gotta announce a show that just came out. look forward to me announcing a new anime that I'm in. And then stream happening at some point this week. Yeah, look forward to it. Anyway, bye everybody. Big kisses, big hugs. Mwah, 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 mwah. Let's go raid Moika.